we got the dream team here working on equipment. First thing we're gonna do is take a look at the grain cart. Is that right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get things fueled up. Oh, I hope we didn't damage the undercarriage on that cart. That was a scary situation. So let's get after it. Well, that is not supposed to be like that. So we'll have to take this completely apart. Oh, that really sucks. Actually, here, we got to bring this tractor to my yard to blow out the rads. Then we can just weld it just on the cart just like that, I think. Because we're going to weld that and then just keep rolling, I guess. Oh, that sucks. Filling it up?
Yeah.
Good job. Oh, it's full. We fueled up. You guys have seen my morning routine enough. I figured you don't need to see it again. I had to add hydraulic oil to both machines. I had to add engine oil to mine. Done some greasing. And my brother went to my place with the cart, so I'm gonna head there now. We'll blow out the rads really good. And then I will work on welding that broken track arm. And they're gonna unload some wheat in the bin. Little buddy who's working hard. He's measuring my door handles. You know, all the good important stuff. Anyways, let's go. I'm coming, buddy. Dad just showed up to the field and I gotta run to my place to weld that grain cart, but I remembered I wanted to top up that rotor gearbox on his machine that's been leaking, because I hate leaking gearboxes. And well, shoot, I think we'll put Dad to work. So we'll get him the grease, we'll walk him through it. No, not grease, oil. And I think he'll be able to do it. Actually, you know what? I know he'll be able to do it. It's safe to say that we got a few semis that need to be unloaded here. At least that means this wheat field's doing a good job. Although I see the hood up on the 4690, so guess we'll see what happens. Wow, that is black. We need to fix that manifold gasket. Okay, so we're loading now. We're gonna load these. These were all 12,500 bushel bins. All 4 of those bins is half of that big bin. Crazy. Oh, you can tell he started loading now. That's awesome. Andrew's cleaning up the rads here. I'm gonna check the AC, because the AC quit on me yesterday, or quit on the guys. So I gotta check the AC and weld the track frame. So this is the turnbuckle that broke. I'm gonna tack it, and then we're gonna just cut it down at a big angle, because you have to fill the whole crack with weld. If you just do a surface weld, it's not gonna do anything. But then it should be as strong, if not stronger. So we'll do that, and then we'll have to realign these tracks, which sucks. I hate doing that, but it's just something you gotta deal with. So I put a weld in the bottom, and then I took and cut just a deep groove in there, because now we're gonna fill that whole crack just pass by pass, build it all the way up, and then it's gonna be strong the whole way through and shouldn't give us any issues. We will probably just order another one of these anyways, but at least we'll be going here in the next half hour. It's probably like 9, no, it's probably like 10 o'clock in the morning. So once we get this done, I think we're gonna get an early start. And I still gotta look at the AC on there. And yes, I am certified for AC. So seeing as how I'm welding outside, I have a tarp here trying to block the wind and everything, but every now and then a gust of wind will come and screw up my weld. So then I just grind it back till the porosity is gone and then keep building up. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I am a pretty good welder. I have been doing it for a while. I worked at a hot rod shop where we built custom frame braces and all this stuff. But I may have run out of MIG gas here. And it's a Sunday of a long weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to get any gas. So let's just say it kind of finished. Like the bottom 3/4 was fantastic, but the top half is complete bird shit. But it's gonna be strong enough, I hope. I mean, what else can I do? I'm not running to the other yard or calling a neighbor to borrow a bottle of gas. It'll be what it'll be at this point. Now we're gonna tighten it up, tighten down the lock nuts on that turnbuckle, and hook the cart back up to the tractor, because I hate welding to anything that's hooked up to ECMs. But then we'll get out to the field and start combining, I guess. Get a good early start. Here's our first sign that something's going on. The pressures aren't equal. So that makes me think we got a blockage in here somewhere. And I bet you that's causing it to hit the high pressure cutoff. That sucks. It's running. Guess we'll see if this stuff gets cold. Feels like it is. We'll see where the pressures end up. We may just have a leak somewhere. I hate doing AC, but it's times like these that I'm happy I can. We got all the stuff, scale, R134A, all my little stuff. We got refrigerant recovery machine and tank and vacuum pump, nitrogen. We got everything, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time on it. We may not find the leak. And you know what they say, they won't let me put any of that stuff in unless I fix the leak. We're running on wheat. It might be working a little bit harder, but it's also not as high. Ladder buck! Nice. Oh my goodness. Someone called the fire department. Shoot, that was hard as work. He blew off the combines, cleaned the windows. Thank you. And he's full. Would you look at that? We're back in the swing of things. The track so far, the weld is holding up, which is good. We will order a new part there Tuesday, I guess, when things open up again. Let's see what today has in store for us. I am sure once again it'll be busy. So this corner, like right here, for the last, well, as long as we farmed this field, we would always kind of make a jut out because there was like 2 or 3 big rocks. And so last year we had a great harvest and had lots of time in the fall to make improvements. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna clean this corner up. We're gonna move those couple rocks. It'll be no big deal. And we'll be able to farm this whole piece. Well, little did I know, there was so many rocks buried here. I think I moved like 10, 15 tractor buckets full of rocks. But we're farming it, which is awesome. And that's an improvement. Yeah, it sucks. You do it once, and then it's good for the rest of the time you're using this. So last year we finished up harvest in good time. We got a lot done. In ways of field improvements after that. Like I went around every single field cutting any wood or trees that were leaning or falling or all of that, and that was a huge upgrade, I guess you could say, for this year. Made spraying nicer, made seeding nicer. You weren't jutting out around stuff. We did a ton of ditching, and I'm hoping like maybe we can get things wrapped up again this year in decent time and continue on making improvements. Land improvements is probably the #1 thing you can do to improve your farm. And it takes a lot of work, but then you get a lengthy beneficial return on investment. So, I don't know. We finished that half. I think that was 100 acres. So now we got, I guess, 160 acres here. And then we will move across the train tracks, and we got 120 acres over there. It really is quite nice being able to load in the field. It just saves so many issues with, you know, people driving on the road or a grain cart getting stuck, all those sort of things. Loading in the field is way nicer because then also the trucks get closer to the grain cart. It's good. We like it, and we're clipping away here very well. I was hoping the rows would work out, that I would miss that tower and the other big tower, but I think I drew the short straw on that one, and I'll have to cut around both of those. But those are the only 2 towers in this field, which not too bad. We got so many towers running here from the Real converter station. It's crazy.
back here to load wheat. Shuffle there, tractor's load coal there. Put it to the little bin. Oh. Trucking today. Gotta make sure you get this on and your earplugs on. Safety first. Got my performance fishing gear on. We're staying safe. We're staying comfortable. And boy, are we moving great. What a beautiful day. Alright, we finished unloading. We're back in the cab. We got the automatic. Thank goodness we got an automatic. It makes all life easier. I had a nice electric remote here. So while I'm driving forward, I just swing out the auger. How handy is that? Man, it makes the trucker's life easier. Look at that. Look at that. I can film, drive, and move the hopper all in one go. It's truly amazing. I am now heading back to the field. We're keeping up with 2 Super Bs. Our first 80 acres of wheat didn't do that great. Still a new piece. It's our second crop on that new piece. So it needs some sprucing up still. Field right beside it is doing a lot better. So it's got to be that, right? Like they were across the road. So 2 Super Bs were just keeping up. 16-inch auger, big tractor on it. Oh man, makes life easy. It's hot out there, so it's sure nice to be in the truck. You know, you always hate to jump out of it and unload, but no, it's good. It's good. We're hammering down on cereals. Cereals are always the hardest part about harvest. Once you're past that, then you know, it gets a lot easier. You know, it's been a tougher start to harvest, but we've had a good stretch of harvest weather now, so we are moving. But anyways, I'll see you at the field.
So I have noticed that door, which is like an access to the grain tank, whenever I start unloading, it'll leak for like just a minute. So I don't know, maybe one of the bolts is coming loose in there or something. I'm gonna have to take a look at that as well. When I saw the grain cart peel out of here, it kind of looked like I was seeing a few more cords on that track than I was yesterday. So I hope that track's not going. We'll have to check that out here too when we get a minute. That scares me a little bit. And like, this is the gamble we're taking, but well, honestly, whenever it lets go, it's never going to be a good time. So I don't know. We'll just roll with the punches, I guess. See what happens. If we look right there, that is our John Deere moisture probe, and we need to be very careful that we don't hit that, because it's like 10 grand. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. That's the last thing in this field that we have to worry about going around, and then it's just smooth sailing. Anyways, clipping along, you know the drill. We got a 13 mil wrench. Come on, stop leaking. What's the deal? We'll see if that helps any. Maybe there's just something stuck in there or whatever, I don't know. If that doesn't help, we'll open it up when we're done, clean it out and put it back on.
These guys are in their formation. They're working as a team and getting her done. Oh, now we're about to get dusted. Run!
Oh yeah, that track is definitely letting go. Let's see if we can see it. Right there, it'll come around again. Right there, you can see all those metal cords. Ooh boy, that's not good. So we got that moisture probe because it can give pretty accurate estimates as to what wheat will yield based off of rainfall, moisture in the soil, and then you can watch as the wheat starts pulling deeper and deeper. You know, it'll start at the 10 to 20 inch range, then it'll hit the 30, and I think this year we got all the way down to it pulling from 100 inches, which it's pretty wild that it goes that deep. So let's talk combine maintenance. Typically I spend $20,000 to $25,000 on this machine every year, and that's in a very preventative maintenance aspect. I want to be ahead of it and prevent it from happening, then be reactive and lose time in the field, because every hour you're down in the field, it's very expensive. The last thing I want is for a $50 bearing that I was too lazy to check to shut me down and cost me $1,000 an hour in lost time and degraded grain or what have you. So, I mean, this year we spent $45,000 because we did complete Sunnybrook internals. That was $19,000 or $18,000 alone, which not typical, but I mean, this combine's got close to 3,000 separating hours on it, so it's getting up there. But what it looks like to me is all the gearbox oils are checked. There are a few that are a mandatory change every year. All the bushings on all the variable speed drives, change them every year. And then it's more of an investigative approach. I will take and inspect every belt individually. If there's anything that I question at all, gets a new belt. I then am spinning all the idlers and shafts, listening to any bearing that I can, making sure that, you know, at least if a combine goes down, it's not because of a stupid little bearing or a belt blowing up because it was old. It's probably going to be a bigger deal, but then you're not getting constantly stopped every field for some little BS reason that just slows you down. Feeder house comes off the machine and torn apart every year regardless, just to check bearings, because if you're not taking that feeder house off, you can't get the top shaft, and the top shaft bearings like to go, especially the one in the middle, and that's a big job if you're trying to harvest at the same time. Whereas if it's off season, you know, I can take my time, do it right. So I do a very deep dive. This year it took me a month for each machine, but keep in mind I'm doing all of this myself. I don't have much help, and that's kind of how we've got it set up, but we are looking at getting someone hired to help me, because I literally spend year-round working on equipment. The only time I am not working on equipment is if it is seeding or harvest, then I'm running equipment. But yeah, every year it's just, you know, start with the equipment you're going to use first. So as soon as harvest is done, then you're onto the tractors, the planters, and then you're just going through it as you'll use it. But we're really trying to shift the focus of maintenance on this farm to a preventative style, which costs more up front, but it allows you much more productivity, and you see what it costs you up front and you think, wow, that's expensive, but you don't see what a reactive maintenance schedule looks like and costs you because, oh, you just didn't get as much done. Oh, it got rained on. Oh, we had a hailstorm, whatever. Like, you don't necessarily see the numbers because it's not coming out of your wallet. You're just not making as much. So that's my maintenance program, and that's how we do it here on the farm.
Well, as you can see, and as my brother has already said, we are off of oats. And we are on to glorious wheat. We love our wheat. I would go way more of it, but I mean, typically oats do better. And I ain't farming for fun. If I ain't making good money, I will not farm.
It is a beautiful day to be cutting wheat. I'm enjoying it, and this is a rare occasion that we're spilling in wheat because we often don't have to wait for the grain cart. So that's a good sign. Anyways, buddy's clipping it on over here. So I'll get back in the combine and we'll get going. Rock on, dude. Holy shit. We almost just screwed up a bunch of stuff. Wow. No thank you. Give me that. Get out of here. Yikes. That is scary, man. That would have been expensive. What a fantastic thing. We have gotten this field wrapped up now. That's right about where I picked up that rock, probably. We're right on the edge of when things get rocky. We got a field a mile that way, and it is just so bad. But now we're going a mile that way, and we'll start on another wheat field, and it's going to be a different variety. We tried this variety this year. I don't know how we think of it, but we're going to compare it to that other one and, you know, see what it does. But, like, big fields are nice because then it's more efficient, but big fields suck because then it takes longer to finish them. I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. The anticipation is killing me, so let's see how bad it really is. Oh, yeah. Oh. Well, I would be willing to bet we can make it through harvest with that. But those cords are coming out, that's for sure. Still not falling apart here though, so I think we'll make it work. When you've been driving with these big headers on them, you get good at doing the swerve, especially through these railway tracks. You go boom, and then you crank it, and then you go boom. There we go, just like that. Nice. And this is the next field.
We've got a scale on the grain cart who's loading me now. So I don't have to get out and tell him how to load, how much to load, where to load. He's got the scale, he loads me up, and makes it easy for the truckers. Even if we're going to the elevators, we load legal 100% of the time because that's what these trailers are designed for. So that's what we're gonna haul, legal. I got the last load from that last field, and now where is the combines? The combines are in a new field, breaking in another field. We still have a lot of wheat to go. It's crazy. We had a lot of oats, and the oats really slowed us down. But now we're crushing. Me and my brother only personally have one more field left. So after this one, like, it's a half section, and this one's almost a quarter. So still, and my dad's got 3 half sections to go. So we got a lot of wheat still. But Matt's always taking the lead and making sure the combines are going at max productivity. All right, back to the bin yard to unload. I got a long commute.
So we are on this new field here, and you can tell it's by one of the busiest gravel roads around because it is just gravel dust everywhere. You can hardly see what you're doing down there. It's rough. Been pretty good all year, but that's another big one we almost put through. I think tomorrow we're gonna have to empty our stone trap. Get out of here! It is truly amazing how absolutely dusty this field is. You can hardly see anything. This is the best visibility direction we have. But we'll be done this field soon. It's only 100 acres, and I think me and my brother have a total of 400 acres of wheat left, which, I mean, that's awesome too. This last stretch here, it's been really good. We could definitely use some rain, not for the fact that we need rain, but I have a huge list of stuff to fix. But we will keep trucking along until that time comes. It is making it incredible difficult to see what we are doing. Like, at this point, you don't know if you're picking mud until it's way too late. You guys must be sick of me saying it, but huge day, man. Huge day. Not as good as yesterday, but it was a good day for sure. I would like to finish this field today, but the last couple bins we were on, they filled up. We do have more bins, but we're not going to move tonight yet. So I think we're just kind of going to fill absolutely everything and call it a night. But if we got this field done, which is only 100 acres, so there'll probably be 50 acres left, then I don't know, would have been another 300 acre day. So can't complain with that. And it was slower than typical because it was yielding so incredibly. But that's a good thing. Oh boy, we got in the mud. Man, is it hard to see. Like, and it doesn't look like it, but it's just covered in gravel dust because we've had semis just bombing down here for the last week harvesting. Oh, that's a lot of mud. I should have put my reel up. So here's the thing. Like, an hour ago we said, yeah, we'll just we'll fill the trucks and the grain cart and maybe the combines, and we'll call it a day. Which is all fine and dandy. It's like, oh, maybe we'll have an early night. But then you think about it, and it's like, well, we got 3 Super Bs, a 2,000 bushel grain cart, and the combines. Well, that's another 8,000 bushels of grain right there just to fill everything up. So it's not going to be any earlier night than any other night. But also, that is really nice because then we have a ton of capacity if elevators are slow, if we're switching bins, if elevators are just closed. It gives us lots of options. So I do like it, but it's a lot of space just to fill things up. I think we actually hit another 300 acre day. It was slower than typical in wheat because the wheat was yielding through the roof. That last field we did was 93 bushel an acre, which blowing my mind on that one because the first one was absolute garbage. Tomorrow, we really want to finish up that last 300 acres of wheat. Maybe it's 320 because we got a little bit left in this field. And technically it's a 100-hour grease day, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. We're going to get rolling. Maybe I can get my combine 100 hours done and then do dad's the next day. But tomorrow morning looks busy. There's a lot to go over. And this may not be the play. It very well may not be. But the cords are coming apart on the tracks on that tractor, as we saw there. And I can see them kind of flopping out and down when the track comes around and they're on the top. And I'm really worried about them catching on something. So I'm going to take a grinder and I'm just going to cut the loose cords out. But I still think we have some time in that track because it's coming apart right on the edge where the idler wheels are. If it was in the center, I would think it's pretty much toast because we've had them come apart in the center and then it goes back. All we need to do is for the... Come on! I'm taking a video here! Get to work! I was just telling them how all we need to do is 300 acres for the next 5 days, and we'll be done cereal.
300 acres for the next 4 days, because we just had a 300 acre.
4 days. That's
4 days.
That's pretty good. Anyways, hey, I mean, we've both been. It's been good. We've been working well. We're all feeling it. But hey, that's gonna be it for today. Guess we'll see you tomorrow. It's gonna be another busy morning.